The best ultramarathon runners in the world aren't professional athletes. They are tribesmen from the Sierra Madre Mountains in northern Mexico called the Tarahumara, or the Rarámuri people. For generations, running has been their way of life and their only way to travel. They do this without fancy shoes, training plans, or coaches, and they can cover up to 100 miles a day with ease. They just run, free and natural. And for energy, no sports drinks, no protein bars. So if their secret isn't special protein bars or professional coaching, what then is it? In this video, we'll find out how the Tarahumara run over 100 miles without breaking a sweat. There is even a rumor of a special food they eat. Stick around to find out. Efficient running style. Now, these people do not run like you or any regular person you know. They can run for long distances without getting tired because of their efficient running style. This simply means they run in a way that saves energy and prevents injuries. Let's look closely at how they do it. One important part of their running style is short, quick steps. This running style is different from how many modern runners take long strides, which can put stress on their knees and muscles. The Tarahumara, however, take small steps and keep their feet close to the ground, which reduces impact and helps them run smoothly for many hours. Another key part is their upright posture. They do not lean forward too much or swing their arms wildly. Instead, they keep their back straight and relax their shoulders. This helps them breathe better and stay balanced while running on rough trails. While landing, the Tarahumara land on the balls of their feet, not their heels. This is a different case from most modern runners, especially those wearing cushioned shoes. They mostly land on their heels, which can cause injuries over time. By landing on the front part of their feet, the Tarahumara absorb shock naturally, and this allows them to avoid pain in their knees and ankles. Another beautiful aspect of their running style is their natural rhythm when they run. They do not rush or push themselves too hard. Instead, they keep a steady, comfortable pace. It's almost like they are fast but steady all at once. Also, they have been running this way since childhood. Their bodies are strong and well adapted. They do not need fancy running shoes or special training. Their natural way of running makes them some of the best endurance runners in the world. Now you've seen one of their secrets and know it is not just about speed, it is about running smart. Let's see the kind of footwear they use. Minimalist footwear. Another reason why the Tarahumara people run for long distances without getting tired is because they wear minimalist footwear. Instead of the modern running shoes with thick soles, they wear huarachis, which are thin sandals made from old tires or leather straps. These simple shoes help them run naturally and avoid injuries. Do you think this kind of shoes will be allowed in the Olympics? Share your thoughts below. Modern running shoes we have in our homes and those used by athletes have thick cushioning, which makes people land on their heels when they run. This puts a lot of pressure on the knees and joints and leads to pain and injuries. The Tarahumara, on the other hand, land on the balls of their feet, which helps absorb shock and protect their legs. Because huarachis are so thin, they force the feet to become stronger. The muscles in the feet, ankles, and lower legs work harder, which makes them more powerful. So, the average Tarahumara person has a very thick palm and feet. Another benefit of minimalist footwear is better balance and agility. Running on rocky trails with thick shoes can be dangerous because you can't feel the ground properly. The Tarahumara's thin sandals help them sense the ground beneath them, making it easier to avoid sharp rocks and uneven surfaces. This way, they don't miss their steps, hit a rock, or get injured. Wearing huarachis also improves posture. Since they do not have artificial support, the Tarahumara naturally stand and run in a way that keeps their body aligned. This reduces strain on the back and hips, helping them run longer without discomfort. The Tarahumara do not keep their footwear to themselves. Modern runners can benefit from minimalist footwear. Some athletes have tried barefoot running or wearing their thin shoes to strengthen their feet and improve their running form, and it has been working for them. If you get an opportunity to wear the huarachis, would you hop on it and give it a run? Let us know in the comments section. The Tarahumara did not keep their footwear to themselves. Modern runners have benefited from their minimalist footwear. Over the years, athletes have traveled to Mexico to run barefooted on their soil or wear thin shoes to strengthen their feet and improve their running form. A vivid example is the legendary Micah True, also called Caballo Blanco, an American-based runner who loved running long distances. Micah spent much of his life traveling. He felt happiest when he was running, listening to the sound of his own footsteps. That was how his journey took him deep into the copper canyons of Mexico, where he met the Tarahumara. He was amazed by them and wanted to help keep their traditions alive. So, he created a special 50-mile race in the canyons called the Copper Canyon Ultramarathon. This is a legendary 50-mile race held in the rugged Copper Canyons of Mexico. Unlike big city marathons, this race takes runners through steep canyons, rocky trails, and remote villages. The Tarahumara participated barefoot, and some wore the huarachis. They ran with ease, while outsiders struggled to keep up. This race brought smiles to the faces of those who traveled to join the race. If you get an opportunity to wear the huarachis, would you hop on it and give it a run? Let us know in the comments section. Apart from what we see outward, like the Tarahumara's running style and footwear, let's see what they consume that gives them strength. Diet. The kind of food they eat primarily provides them with steady energy, which helps them run for hours without feeling weak or nauseous. Their diet is mostly rich in complex carbohydrates, proteins, and fibers. One of their main source of carbohydrates is corn. They eat it in different forms, such as tortillas, tamales, and a special corn beer called tesquino. Corn, as we know, is packed with complex carbohydrates, which give long-lasting energy instead of quick sugar spikes. This helps them stay active without feeling exhausted. Another important part of their diet is beans. Beans are normally full of protein and fiber, which help repair muscles and keep them full for longer. Another source of protein for them is meat like turkey, squirrel, and deer. Since the Tarahumara run for long hours, they need food that slowly releases energy instead of making them hungry quickly. And these high-fiber proteins do the trick. They also eat chia seeds, a superfood known for boosting endurance. When soaked in water, chia seeds form a gel-like substance that helps hydrate the body and keep energy levels stable. The Tarahumara mix chia seeds with water and lime juice to make a drink called isquiate, which keeps them refreshed while running. Their diet is also low in processed foods and sugar. Many modern runners rely on sugary energy bars and drinks, which cause energy crashes. The Tarahumara, however, eat natural, whole foods that give them steady energy without sudden tiredness. Because their diet is high in fiber and low in fat, they stay lean and light. Their simple but powerful way of eating helps them maintain incredible endurance, proving that what you eat matters just as much as how you train. Clothing. Now, when it comes to clothing, the traditional clothing of the Tarahumara plays a crucial role in their running endurance. Unlike modern athletes who wear compression gear or synthetic fabrics, the Tarahumara runs in loose, breathable garments that allow for maximum mobility and comfort in the harsh terrain of the Copper Canyons. Their men typically wear a breechcloth called zapata, a simple loincloth that keeps them cool while allowing full freedom of movement. This minimalistic attire reduces chafing and prevents overheating, which is essential when running for hours or even days under the hot sun. The women wear flowing skirts called sipuchaka, which may seem impractical for running, but they are lightweight, allow air circulation, and prevent discomfort. Strong community bond. Running is not just exercise for Tarahumara people. It is a way of life deeply connected to their traditions, celebrations, and relationships. One of their most famous traditions is a running game called Rarámuri. In this game, they kick a small wooden ball along rough trails for many miles while racing against other teams. Sometimes, these races last for 2 days straight, without any restroom or water breaks. Because they run together, they stay motivated and push each other forward, making long distances feel easier. Running is also a part of their ceremonies and festivals. They do not see running as hard work, but as something joyful. This positive mindset helps them keep going without feeling exhausted. Many modern runners get tired because they see running as a chore, but the Tarahumara enjoy the process. Another reason their community bond helps is that they train together from a young age. Children run alongside their parents and elders, learning the skills and techniques naturally. By the time they are adults, long-distance running feels completely normal to them. The support from their community also reduces stress and pressure. We noticed in modern sports, athletes often feel isolated, pushing themselves alone because of the high rate of competition and jealousy found among athletes. But the Tarahumara run as a group, sharing the experience and keeping each other encouraged and pumped up. This makes the journey more enjoyable and less tiring. Because running is part of their daily life and culture, they do not need special training plans or strict schedules. Their strong community keeps them motivated. Next, let's look at the psychological aspect of their running. Mental toughness. Another reason the Tarahumara people can run for long distances without getting tired is because of their mental toughness. They have a special mindset that helps them keep going, even when the run is hard or when they feel exhausted. This mental strength is a big reason why they can run for 100 miles or more without stopping. For the Tarahumara, running is not just about physical ability, it is also about determination and focus. They do not think about how tired they are or how long the race will be. Instead, they focus on the journey itself. Running is also part of their spiritual beliefs and is seen as a way to connect with the land, their ancestors, and even the divine. This deeper connection gives them a sense of purpose, which helps them stay strong, no matter how difficult the run gets. The Tarahumara also have a positive attitude toward running. They do not think of it as a painful or tiring task. Instead, they see it as something joyful. Many modern runners struggle because they focus too much on the effort and the pain, but the Tarahumara have learned to enjoy the experience. They believe that the more you embrace the challenge, the easier it becomes. Born to run. Genes play a long role in why the Tarahumara people are great runners. They are born to run from childhood. Scientists have long studied whether the Tarahumara have a genetic advantage that makes them such exceptional runners. While no single running gene has been identified, researchers have found that their bodies are well adapted for endurance. Some theories suggest that their muscle composition favors slow twitch fibers, which support long-distance running and fatigue resistance. Also, their efficient metabolism allows them to convert food into sustained energy more effectively. Another possible advantage lies in their remarkable resistance to common diseases linked to our modern lifestyles, such as heart disease and diabetes. Some studies suggest that their active lifestyle and diet, rather than just genetics, it keep them free from these conditions, allowing them to maintain peak performance even in old age. Unlike many people who start running later in life, the Tarahumara are raised in an environment where running is part of play and daily tasks. Children often run alongside their parents and other members of the community. They start with short distances, gradually increasing their endurance as they grow older. By the time they are adults, running long distances feels completely natural to them. Running is also something the Tarahumara do for fun. Children often play games like races, or chasing games that involve running long distances. These playful activities build their muscles and stamina over time without them even realizing it. Because running is so much a part of their culture, they don't see it as something difficult or exhausting, but simply as part of how they live. This early exposure to running also helps their bodies develop stronger legs and better cardiovascular health. They are constantly moving, whether it's running to get somewhere or participating in community activities. And this keeps their bodies fit and ready for long runs. Apart from their genes, the fact that they start running from such a young age means that their bodies are naturally adapted to running over long distances without tiring. This gives them an advantage when it comes to endurance. Running is just part of who they are. Steady, slow pace. The Tarahumara people can run for long distances without getting tired because they maintain a steady, slow pace. Instead of rushing or sprinting, they run at a pace that is comfortable and sustainable over long distances. This helps them conserve energy and avoid getting exhausted too quickly. When running long distances, many modern runners make the mistake of starting too fast. They push themselves hard in the beginning, which can lead to early fatigue and burnout. The Tarahumara, on the other hand, understand that endurance is more important than speed. They keep a pace that allows them to run for hours without feeling tired. Their slow pace is also about listening to their bodies. They don't push themselves to the point of exhaustion, and they take breaks when needed. Because they run at a comfortable speed, they can keep going without feeling like they have to stop. This mindset helps them stay fresh and focused for longer, allowing them to cover long distances without tiring out. Another reason why this steady pace works so well for them is because they avoid the highs and lows of energy that come with fast running. When you run too fast, your energy levels spike and then crash, leaving you feeling drained. But by maintaining a steady pace, the Tarahumara keep their energy levels consistent, making it easier to run for hours without fatigue. Adaptation to harsh terrain. These people literally live on the mountain in the Copper Canyons, a remote and rugged area in Mexico. This environment is filled with steep hills, rocky paths, and uneven trails, which can be very challenging for most people to run on. However, the Tarahumara have grown up in this difficult landscape, and it has helped them develop physical strength and running skills that allow them to move easily through such terrain. Running on rocky, uneven trails builds strength in the legs, ankles, and feet, as the body has to adjust constantly to the changing ground. The Tarahumara are used to running up and down steep hills, which helps to strengthen their muscles and improve their stamina. This is why they can run for such long distances without getting tired. Their bodies are strong and well adapted to the challenges of the terrain, which allows them to move efficiently through the rough landscape. Additionally, the Tarahumara do not rely on smooth roads or tracks like most modern runners. Instead, they are accustomed to running on rocky, loose surfaces that require more energy and balance. This constant practice on difficult terrain trains their muscles to endure longer runs without injury or fatigue. Because of their experience in the Copper Canyons, they have also developed a better ability to sense the ground beneath them, allowing them to navigate the rough paths with ease. This connection to the land makes them more efficient runners, even in harsh conditions. Active lifestyle. Physical activity is a normal part of their everyday life, and they don't sit still for long periods like many people in modern societies. From a young age, they are constantly moving, whether it's running, walking, or doing physical labor. This constant activity helps them stay fit and builds the endurance needed for long-distance running. Their daily activities often involve tasks that require strength and stamina, such as carrying water, gathering food, and farming. These tasks keep their muscles strong and their bodies in good condition. Because they are always on the move, their cardiovascular health improves, which is essential for running long distances without tiring. Running long distances isn't just reserved for races or special events. The Tarahumara often run to get from one place to another, whether it's to visit relatives, attend community gatherings, or for other practical reasons. This means that running becomes a regular part of their routine, and their bodies are used to the physical challenge. By living an active life, they build endurance naturally, and running long distances doesn't feel unusual or overly tiring. Their bodies are accustomed to the physical demands of their lifestyle, making them some of the best endurance runners in the world. The active, hands-on way they live allows them to keep running without getting tired. Low-stress attitude. Even with how active the Tarahumara people are, they have a low-stress attitude towards working, especially running. For them, running is not a competitive sport or something they must do to achieve a goal. It's a joyful, relaxing activity. This mindset helps them avoid mental fatigue, which can be just as tiring as physical exhaustion. Many modern runners feel pressure to perform, pushing themselves to their limits in races or training. This stress can lead to burnout and fatigue. However, the Tarahumara approach runs with a sense of peace and enjoyment. They view it as a way to connect with their surroundings, their ancestors, and their community. When you see running as a spiritual or fun activity, it becomes easier to continue without feeling tired. They also have a strong sense of community and support when they run. They often run in groups, encouraging one another along the way. This shared experience takes away the feeling of isolation and makes the activity feel more like a social event rather than an exhausting challenge. The mental relief of running together with others helps them push through long distances. This calm attitude towards running also prevents overtraining. While modern athletes may push themselves too hard, leading to injuries and burnout, the Tarahumara understand the importance of balance. They listen to their bodies, enjoy the process, and run at a pace that feels comfortable, which helps them keep going without tiring. These tribesmen show us that running long distances isn't just about training harder or having the best gear. It's about running smarter, staying connected to nature, and embracing the journey with joy. Their natural running style, simple diet, minimalist footwear, and strong community bond give them endurance that seems almost superhuman. Do you think modern runners have lost touch with what it truly means to run? What can they learn from the Tarahumara tribesmen? Let us know in the comments section.